Galloway. Got it, Skipper. Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner, after all.
What have we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it. Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper wants you to have your newspaper face on, college boy. I think I know the place where they found the lady. It overlooks Sunset Boulevard. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop them with one round.
Jamen ja, folkens, så velkommen tilbage her til Noire, hvor vi nu skal i gang med den her mission, der hedder The Butterfly Murderer.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio? Want another commendation?
You know the way. You can drive.
You did a decent job on the Henry case, Phelps. Not bad for your first time at bat.
Thanks, Rusty.
But don't go getting ahead of yourself. That's one clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention.
No assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right. See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps. We might get along after all.
Now, boys, you know as much as I do. I'll be holding a press conference once the autopsy's been completed. I have two of my finest investigators on the case, fresh from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex...
Captain, aren't there similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry and of Elizabeth Short, for that
matter? So you don't believe there's a crazed sex killer at large preying on women?
Boys, be sensible. We have the greatest police force in all the world with the greatest scientific investigators at our disposal. How can any killer continue to be that? Be advised. We keep the gas chamber at San Quentin primed for the sons of Cain who continue to believe they can take a life in the City of Angels.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work. We have God's work to do here, and it can't be delayed.
What do we have?
Gotta hate the press.
Another woman sacrificed. Speak to Carruthers. I want daily reports, gentlemen.
Officer, please tell me what's going on.
Detective, I was first on scene.
Olive oil comes from olives, or baby oil comes
You find her, Gonzalez?
Not me. A family out for a stroll. I was first reporting.
Can you show me the body?
It's under the pepper tree, this way.
Can't be much help to you, Phelps.
Og folkens, det lader til, folkens, at det er endnu en nøgen kvinde, så jeg vil gøre et forsøg på at maske hende så meget op som overhovedet muligt. Det er jo ikke tilladt på YouTube at vise nøgenhed, men det gik meget godt sidste gang, så lad os prøve at gøre det samme igen, hvor vi lige går over og kigger på, hvad der egentlig er sket. Men det lader altså til, at det måske enten er en copycat, som altså brutalt myrder de her kvinder, eller så er det selveste. Vi fangede ham jo, mente vi sidst, men det kan jo være, at det her det er en copycat. Det kan også være, at han stadig er på fri fod, ham her morderen. Det var det, jeg ville have sagt. Det var det, jeg ikke fik sagt, men det var det, jeg ville have sagt. Lad os kigge på det.
The stomping angle in the Henry case, was it reported in the press?
Sure was. Every detail a copycat would want was there in the story.
Well, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by RNI?
Back in a second.
If the motive was robbery, why not take the money?
Officer Gonzalez, badge 994.
Nå, men lad os tage et kig på hende.
Female Jane Doe on Hill Street. Possible ID of Deidre Mahler. Can you run through the name and give me the details?
Looks like she was tied up.
It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist, too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
What's this mark? Cut on the finger.
Fourth finger, left hand, a wedding or engagement ring, violently removed.
Lader til, der er blevet trådt på hende. Der er store fede fodspor hen over hende her.
Ligature mark is very
distinctive. I'll do some comparisons back at the lab and get back to you.
Detectives, R&I says that Deidre Mahler of 130 North Bonnie Bray was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Mahler.
What'd I tell you? Let's grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. Could have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
Similar MO.
To what? The Dahlia? I don't think so.
Celine Henry.
That's a closed case. This is probably another sad sack who lost his temper with a broad who wouldn't put out.
Are you a suspect, Rusty?
Watch your mouth, Phelps. All I'm saying is we got enough to do without reopening closed cases.
Talk me through it, Mal.
Severely battered, on display. Footprints would indicate that she has been stomped. Size of the footprints would seem to indicate a smallish men's shoe. What size shoe did Mendez wear?
You finished?
No, I'm not. At a glance, I would say strangulation was the cause of death. I'll need to do further tests for semen.
Angry boyfriend. If they were married, they'd be at home, not humping out here in Lover's Lane.
Jeg bryder mig ikke særlig meget om Rusty. Jeg synes ikke, han er... Jeg kan ikke lide hans karakter i hvert fald. Han er meget sådan en, du gør det på min måde. Ja, jeg ved ikke. Jeg synes ikke så godt om ham. Nu må vi se.
There still might be some play in the boyfriend angle.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
If he doesn't work out, that is.
Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
She was a woman, wasn't she? No, around about my third divorce, I realized women might not be the pure angels we imagine. You're married, ain't you, Phelps?
Don't make any insinuations about my wife.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father, Cole? Don't tell me your eye don't bend.
This conversation is over.
Han er og bliver et dumt svin.
No.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
He'll be home soon. He's been out looking for Mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Thank you. Could you have a seat for me, Michelle? We're gonna have a look around.
Okay.
He'll be back any moment. Just sit tight.
Work boots. Size 8s. Elgin wristwatch. Probably the same one snatched from her body. No sign of a wedding ring.
lad os se, om vi kan snakke med hende her.
Is this about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead.
Wow.
Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Could try.
Hun er 15 år gammel, okay. Det var ikke lige den bedste form for acting, det der, men det er fint. Last contact with a victim.
When did you last see your mother?
Yesterday afternoon. I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
Igen her, folkens, hun kigger lidt væk. Hun er lidt usikker på sin... Nu kigger hun bare lige i øjnene. Okay, nu kigger hun væk igen. Det er en doubt.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
Okay, missing rings and watches.
Some of your mother's jewelry was missing. Can you describe her things?
A ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff.
Kigger lidt væk. Det er straight i øjnene, kigger dog lidt væk, men hun har ikke noget sådan smøk ansigt. Den er svær, den her. Use intuition. Remove an answer. Okay, truth or doubt. Jeg vil sige, jeg tror på hende.
I know it's
det var
painful,
rigtigt.
Michelle, but this may be important. She wore a wedding ring?
Mommy chose it herself. A rose gold wedding band and a matching diamond and ruby engagement ring.
She wore a watch?
Yes, a yellow gold Elgin watch. Daddy bought it for her birthday. I had a fight. It was kind of a makeup present.
Hun er kommet rimelig hurtigt over, at hendes mor er død i hvert fald. Nå. Lad os se. State of the parents' marriage, fordi vi ved, de har haft et skænderi, så lad os lige høre lidt mere om, hvad det helt præcis gik ud på.
Your mom and dad are happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they are.
Se, hun trak lidt på hun trak lidt på læberne, hun kigger væk. Hun bliver ved med at gøre det. Lad os se, om hun gør det igen. Du kan se på hele hendes ansigt, hun er lidt intens. Det er ikke en løgn, det her, tror jeg, men hun fortæller ikke hele sandheden.
They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once. She said she would leave him if he ever did it again. He bought her a brooch pin to make up for it. And he always wore her golden butterfly.
Thanks, Miss
Golden
Muller.
butterfly.
You've been very brave.
Hey! What gives?
Daddy, the police
Go to your
are
room,
here.
please, Michelle. I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is gone.
Go to your room, young lady. She's not even out of school. You can't come in here interrogating her like she's
Your
some
wife
kind
was
of...
found murdered this morning.
Found? What the... But she only...
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best.
Hugo Muller, 46 år gammel, og hvis nogen af jer er sådan rimelig hardcore og har set forskellige tv-serier, i hvert fald fra omkring 2000, så kan I måske genkende ham her. Der er faktisk nogle forholdsvis semi-kendte skuespillere med i det spil her. Ham her, han er en af dem i hvert fald. Jeg mener, han var med i The Supernaturals og The 4400, mener jeg, han var med i ham her. Men ja. Footprints at the crime scene.
What size shoe do you wear, Mr. Muller?
Why do you ask?
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
Det er i hvert fald en løgn, for vi har fundet workboots level, ikke level, men size 8, så det er en løgn.
Why are you lying to me, Mr. Mueller?
Why would I lie to you at a time like this?
Fordi at dine workboots, men's workboots, er nummer 8 i størrelse.
That's funny. The work boots we found here are size 8s. Why lie about it if you've got nothing to hide?
Because I always get teased about the size of my feet. You know, small feet, small...
Always been true in my experience.
Ja, det er flot. Luk røven. Han er bare en klaphat. Altså, han hjælper ikke lige nu. Missing persons report? Eller skal vi gå efter... Lad os sige, at vi siger missing persons
You phoned in
report
a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30. Michelle was out at dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
Jeg tror ikke helt, han taler sandt, men jeg tror heller ikke, han lyver. Han er selvfølgelig også distressed. Han har lige mistet sin kone, men hans ansigt fortæller mig, at han ikke helt fortæller sandheden.
Your wife ever go out by herself? To bars, nightclubs?
No. What are you suggesting? You suggesting my wife's loose? Now is not the time for you to be pushing me, mister.
Your daughter said you were having an argument.
We argued about who would pick up Michelle. I worked a full day. I wanted to come home, put my feet up.
Nå, så må du have et alibi så, Mr. Hugo.
So you were here all night. You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
Han er lidt svær at læse, ikke, folkens, fordi han er lidt all over the place. Han enten lyver, eller også så fortæller han ikke sandheden. Jeg tror, at han ikke har rent mel i posen her. Jeg tager et sats, og så siger vi, at han lyver.
You should come clean if you're having an affair, or if there's something going on.
I told you I was here. Were you saying I wasn't?
Lad os se her. Michelle Mueller reports calling home repeatedly with no answer on the night of the murderer.
So why did you take so long to answer the phone when your daughter called?
Okay, I went out for a while. I was driving around. It's my way of relaxing.
Okay, så han har åbenbart noget history of violence.
Your wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, god damn it.
Straight up and lie.
It is true, Hugo. You're a violent man. You try to keep a lid on it at home, but sometimes you lost control. Your daughter and your wife were scared of you.
You don't know anything about me.
Lad os se. Vi kan nok ikke bruge dem der. Den fortæller altså ikke rigtig noget. Rope pattern kunne fortælle os noget, men vi ved ikke præcis, om han har brugt den. Vi har brugt de der to. Hvad med den der? Butterfly approach purchased by Deidre Mueller after domestic violence incident. Okay, jamen så er det jo den, vi skal bruge.
I know about the golden butterfly, Hugo, and how you bought your wife off the last time you heard her.
She liked to spend money, all right? Dresses, jewelry, her hair. It drove me goddamn crazy. Do I look like a Rockefeller?
Nobody likes a cheapskate, Hugo.
Nobody likes a smart
Getting hostile with us
ass.
is a very bad idea, Hugo.
I'm no murderer.
Make some arrangements for your daughter, and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You gotta be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on him.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Mueller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
We should go back in there and bust his ass.
1, we need to break his alibi, check phone records, canvass the neighbors. 2, we have motive of domestic violence, which probably goes for half the men in L.A. 3, we have no evidence tying him to the crime scene.
Hello, detective.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard the terrible news over the radio.
And you can help us with our inquiries?
Yes, sir. They had a row last night. I heard Mrs. Muller screaming.
Did you see Mrs. Muller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Muller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
Hvad laver han nu? Nu brænder han et eller andet. For helvede.
Step away from the incinerator. Don't let him get away.
Okay, but no shooting. We need this guy to make the case.
Jeg kan se, at jeg allerede kan takle ham, folkens. Men jeg prøver lige at se, hvad der sker, hvis vi følger ham lidt længere her. Jeg har ikke prøvet at følge ham sådan et godt stykke vej. Så lad os prøve at se, hvad der sker.
Enough running, Hugo! Hands where we can see them.
Ja, hvad brænder han her? Hans sko, og der er blod på. Ej.
This doesn't look good, Hugo.
Nope, it does not.
I can explain the blood.
Get him booked in at Central, officer. Then put him in an interview room. We'll be speaking with him later. And inform the captain.
Yes, sir, Detective.
Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't... It's home and...
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncles?
Call Aunt Helen, but she lives in Bakersfield and...
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
We ought to get some uniforms down here, clean up, take care of the kid.
Der er en telefonsamtale herover. Lad os snuppe den.
The cop who solved a big case.
Galloway, Homicide Division, badge number 564.
Phelps, badge 1247.
Can we get Ray Pinker and the technical services team to a house at 130
I need an address on a
North
Belmont
Bonnie Bray
High
Street?
School.
Send someone down from Juvenile Hall to look after a young lady.
Double call.
Belmont High, 1575 West 2nd Street.
Thanks, ma'am.
Okay, så vi er lidt efter high schoolen, og
Inform Detective Phelps that the coroner has a report waiting at the police morgue downtown when he's available.
Got it, KGPL.
så lad os tage til high schoolen først, og så lad os se.
I'm surprised, you know. I didn't make the husband for it.
Always make the husband, fellas. 9 times out of 10, it's the closest person to the Vic who does the deed. God knows I've wanted to kill some wives in my day.
Lex parsimoniae.
What?
The law of parsimony. Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is most likely the correct one.
You know, you could have said that without getting all liturgical on me.
I'll try to dumb things down from now on.
Appreciate it. Try this one on your sides. Rusty's razor.
How's that go?
You blame the guy that's banging her.
Ah, of course. The famous Lex ignoramus.
Closes cases, Cole. Puts a lot of people away, that one.
Any Central unit, a possible 288 at Belmont High School, 1575 West 2nd Street. Stand by for further unit to handle. Identify code 2.
11K to KGPL. We'll take the 288. Go ahead with the further.
Apprehend lurker. Er der en piper?
It's Saturday's the spring unveiling, Emmy. It's the first season since fabric rationing's over. We have to go.
I told you I can't Saturday. I'm busy.
Busy where? You're going on another drive with Davy Gardner, aren't you?
So what if I am?
Go, Phelps. I'll take the car and see if I can cut him off.
Pervert. Go, Phelps, go. Go, Phelps, go.
it. Get him. Give him one for me.
Der var jeg blevet kørt ned. Kom tilbage! Tackle. Ah, fuck. Jeg kunne ikke nå ham. Fuck, han løber stærkt. Phelps, kom så! Nå, der kommer politiet. Og nu vil han slås.
That's far enough, freak. You move a muscle and you're a
Hallo, det var min hat.
Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in.
Hvorfor kan jeg ikke huske, hvordan man slår? Sådan. Sådan. Godnat, sagde Kirsten.
Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in.
11K, go ahead.
11K, see the janitor. A green 1946 coupe registered to a Mrs. Hugo Moeller has been found in the parking lot adjoining the Belmont High School and playing fields. 11K, code 2.
Okay.
What's your name?
Who's asking?
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Name's Eli Rooney.
You've been in trouble with the law before, Eli?
Some.
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
Strictly paternal, is it, Eli?
Don't sass me, boy.
A woman was abducted here last night, Eli, and murdered.
And I would love to make you for that, you low-key motherfucker.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. A woman, you say? I like them a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
Now, why would I do that?
Because I'm about to break your fucking skull, Eli.
Nu er han god nok. Oh!
You're under arrest, Eli. You're in very deep trouble.
Uh-oh.
Get some backup down here, Rusty. We need to get this one downtown and into a cell.
I'll tell them we got a kitty raper coming in. They can roll out the red carpet.
What time did you see the person park the car?
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m. I've been keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
Eli Rooney. We've met him.
Filthy son of a bitch. He was here yesterday before the dance.
Was it him you saw park the car?
I don't know, sir. I'd like to say yes, but the truth is it was pretty dark.
Would you say Rooney is violent?
Yes, sir. I would say so, yes.
Thanks for your help.
I bagagerummet. Ja, okay. Så hun er bundet med et ræb.
Blood and skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out here.
Og...
It's from a Chrysler. Could be important.
The overalls are stenciled HM. Mueller is a mechanic. I wonder what Eli does for a living.
Der er ellers noget på bilen. Det lader det ikke til. Lad os slippe over og snakke i telefonen lige herhenne.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Mueller homicide case.
Certainly, Detective. I'll get in touch with the watch commander.
Thank you.
I say we make Rooney for this. I think we should lay it on him. He was near the car, he had her jewelry, the DA will love him for it.
Even if he didn't do it?
Who cares whether he did it? You have kids, Phelps? He needs to be taken permanently out of harm's way.
And we let Mueller slide?
For a while. He gets a free pass for now.
Lad os tage til Central Morgue og finde ud af præcis, hvad der er sket.
I don't know about this. My gut says Mueller. We caught him trying to destroy evidence in his backyard, and that was his car with the bloody tools in it.
I never said it wasn't Mueller. Hell, he probably killed his wife, deprived that poor kid of her mother. But he's not an immediate danger to anyone else. Rooney's a threat to every kid at Belmont.
He's a peeper, Rusty. We can pick him up for something else.
You really want to run that risk?
Phelps, Rusty, thanks for coming.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
The shoe prints?
Size 8s. Very similar to the impressions from the Henry case.
Now, who do we remember got caught in bloody size 8s? I think we have our bird.
Det var det der ræb, vi fandt.
What are the normal uses for that kind of rope?
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
So are we looking for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Mueller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces of semen.
Thanks, Mal. Anything else comes up, you let us know.
Okay, det hjalp os ikke super meget, men vi fik da en lille smule styr på det i hvert fald.
Not exactly the happiest of places, the coroner's office.
Carruthers is a good man, professional, diligent. If you're working with a pro, it's easy to overlook the grim realities of a place like that.
Funny job, that, the coroner's.
How so?
You don't want them enjoying their work too much. The wrong kind of man can get awfully lonely rattling around a joint full of corpses.
Rusty, that's like something out of the pulps.
Been reading the same ones as me?
I thought you were usually too drunk to get through a magazine.
You know, if I close one eye and squint, you can just about make out the print.
I say we bust in there.
You better not go soft on me in here, Phelps.
We'll work the evidence, Rusty. Let him do the rest. Are they ready?
Bowler's in 2 and the pervert's in 1. Get in there and get a conviction.
Boys, you've really come...
Captain, we were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Yes, Phelps, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing personally with him.
Okay, vores captain, han kan ikke så godt lide ham. Ja, det lader til, at han allerede bankede lidt på ham. Interview number 1.
You look like you've had it rough.
You see me asking for your sympathy, boy?
Place of employment?
Down on your luck, Eli.
I've had worse. My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
This place you worked have a name?
Hennessy Marine. You can't miss the place. Big yellow letters, HM out front.
They give you any workwear, Eli?
Sure. Green coverall. Dang thing was hot. Felt like I was back in the pen wearing it.
Okay, så der er allerede nu noget, der peger på, at han måske også kunne være ham, der myrder ham, eller myrdede hende. Fordi han jo lige har sagt, at firmaet nede ved marinen hed H&M, og det var green overalls.
You ever tie up any of your victims, Eli?
It's not a nice thing to go calling them.
What would you call them?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
Okay, straight face.
Farm boy like you, Eli, must prefer McGay for roping. Am I right?
I prefer braid. Tie hitch and braid. It stays tied.
Motive of Muller murder?
You killed Mrs. Muller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
Lad os use an intuition, og lad os sige remove an answer. Han er ikke, det er ikke løgn i hvert fald. Han kigger os lige i ansigtet hele tiden, så jeg tror på ham.
Come on.
Ej.
How else are you gonna pay for yourself?
I got me a pension from the first war. It ain't much, but it does pay some.
Piss. No. Footprints.
What size boot do you wear, Eli?
Kind of like anything I can get my hands on. I'm wearing 11s.
Fuck, han er svær at læse. Doubt?
You're maybe 5'5", 5'6" tops. And you wear size 11s? I don't think so, Eli.
That might be on the large side. Maybe 10s.
Maybe 8s.
Now that I come to think of it.
Why punish children with your iniquity, Eli?
Do you think I was never punished?
You must know what you're doing is evil.
Well, son, nobody's perfect.
You're as good as done, Mr. Rooney. All it will take now is some paperwork.
Jeg er ikke sikker på, at det er
My money, Hugo Muller's our number one suspect. The evidence is solid. I think it's time we hit him with it.
Du har lige skiftet mening før, og der var det fucking den anden. Nu du... What? Jeg er ret sikker på, at i bilen, så siger han, det er Eli, lad os bare tage ham, og så lade Hugo gå. Nu skiftede han mening. What the fuck?
Here's where we stand, Hugo. Your next-door neighbor heard screaming coming from your house. You were burning your blood-stained shoes. You have no one who can confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it.
I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test. I can prove it.
Men vi så der, at du var i gang med at fjerne evidence ved at brænde det, så det er pænt meget disposal of evidence.
Why did you burn your shoes, Hugo?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
Det er nok sandt. Jeg tager en chance, jeg tror på ham.
With what? It's a rabbit's blood. A guy at work brought him in and I helped him skin them.
Access to the braided rope.
You know anything about ropes, Hugo?
As much as the next man. I was a scout. I learned some more in the army.
Her begynder han at være lidt usikker, kigger... Ja, okay, han skiftede i hvert fald ansigtsudtryk her. Jeg tror ham ikke. Benefit of the doubt.
You learned to strangle with the rope in the army?
With rope, with my bare hands, but mainly with wire. I learned a lot of things in the army, but I still didn't kill my wife.
For argument's sake, what type of rope would you use?
If I had to, I would use a triple braid. Less flex, easier to control.
Access to the tire iron.
Your wife was beaten with a tire iron, Hugo. An appropriate choice of tool for a mechanic.
I know nothing about any tire iron.
Vi ved jo, at der er det her tire iron, det her dækjern. Det ved vi er i bilen. Det lå i bagagerummet. Jeg satser på, at han godt ved, hvad det er, men han prøver at lyve. Så lad os prøve at se, om det er sandt at trykke lie.
You're lying, Hugo. You're gonna have to come clean on this.
You got no proof.
Jeg begynder at knække nu. Bloody tire iron. Tire iron stained with blood found in the trunk of Deirdre Muller's Verdenskrig.
Your wife drove a Chevrolet, Hugo. What make of car do you drive?
A Chrysler Airflow.
So I guess that explains why the tire iron that killed your wife came from a Chrysler.
Oh, damn. Victim's vehicle recovered.
We found your wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
Kan vi bare sige til ham, at det er en løgn, fordi vi fandt hans overalls. Jeg er bare i tvivl om, han har gjort det. Jeg synes ikke, altså... Men okay, lad os bare gøre det. Han lyver.
Enough lies, Hugo. Your overalls put you at the scene of the crime last night.
My overalls are in the laundry of my house.
Vi fandt dem ikke derhjemme, så... Vi ved, at han er en mekaniker, og det her det er mechanical overhauls, så lad os bruge dem.
Green overalls, bloodstained, with the initials HM, found in the trunk of your wife's car.
They can't be mine.
Why, Hugo? Because if they were yours, they'd be in the incinerator too?
Vi har 2 suspects her. Jeg er ikke i tvivl om, at ham der Eli, han er en bastard, og han kigger på piger, og han har gjort noget. Men hvis kaptajnen sagde, at han selv vil tage sig af ham. Spørgsmålet er, om vi skal charge Hugo. Jeg ved ikke, hvad jeg skal gøre, men han siger, det ikke er ham. Det siger de alle sammen selvfølgelig, men lad os bare gøre det. Lad os sige, at det var Hugo, der altså var manden bag det her mord her. Lad os se, hvad der sker, hvis vi gør det sådan.
Hugo Muller, I'm charging you with the murder of your wife. You'll be arraigned and taken before a grand jury. Book him, Rusty.
With pleasure.
Lad os se, om det var sandt. Okay, så det var det. Han havde ingen regrets der. Okay, fair. Lad os prøve at se.
I have to say I'm disappointed.
Hvad?
I stood in front of a troop of reporters and made promises. Promises of swift and fearful retribution, and you bring me an armful of vagary and happenstance. You made the department look bad, lad.
What?
Do it again and your career as a policeman will come to an abrupt and ignominious end. You two are back on the streets. Find street criminals, roust them, beat them, and restore some fervor to your police work. Your next case will come when you've revived my faith in your abilities. Now get out of here!
What the hell? While Hugo Muller stares down a murder case, Michelle Muller completes life as an orphan. Altså, jeg er ret sikker på, at vi gjorde det rigtige valg. Men, okay. Okay, jamen, det var så det, folkens. Det var dagens episode her af vores L.A. Noire. Jeg er ret sikker på, at vi gjorde det hele rigtigt. Vi havde et svar forkert, men så fandt vi alle cluesene. Vi havde ingen vehicle damage, vi havde ingen city damage, vi havde ingen injuries. Det kan være, at vi bare havde fået det forkert, uanset hvad. Ja, med det. Tak for i dag, folkens. Vi vender selvfølgelig tilbage igen, samme tid, samme sted i næste uge, hvor vi kigger mere på, hvad der kommer til at ske med Detective Phelps. Folkens, indtil da, så husk selvfølgelig at like videoen, husk at subscribe, husk der er masser af andet content lige her på kanalen. Blot klik på nogle af de videoer, du ser lige nu her på skærmen. Folkens, kan I have det helt fantastisk, til vi ses igen. Jeg er ude herfra. Hej hej.